how women are struggling, how women are panicking with no income and nothing. The pandemic has only exposed the health and financial inequalities that Black African women face, along with other communities. Domestic violence, we are finding that women, because now they're constrained into small spaces with abusers, the abuse has skyrocketed.
Yasmin was a recovering alcoholic, sleeping rough after fleeing an abusive husband. When Safety for Sisters asked why her care needs weren't being considered, we were told that social workers had assessed that because she was using the 24-hour McDonald's for toilet access, that Yasmin's needs were being met.
So the women's sector is made up of around 20,000 organisations across the UK. And a lot of them are really small, local grassroots organisations. So we try and give a voice to these organisations, especially the smaller and most marginalised ones.
So we're supporting Black minoritized women who often face many intersecting forms of oppression. Migrant women, women who are perceived to have no recourse to public funds.
Not being able to work on £39.63 a week is a disastrous policy that undermines human rights. 80% of our women have had their cases mishandled by solicitors, making them vulnerable to detention.
If one set of rights are precluded or taken away, what are going to be the next set of rights that are going to be under attack? And I don't think anybody is ever protected by human rights unless everybody is protected by human rights, and that their humanity and dignity is at the centre of that.
During the pandemic, it's been very difficult for women to seek help, to stay connected, to break out of their isolation and the abuse that they suffer.
If we put marginalised women's voices at the centre of policy, then everyone will benefit from that. CEDAW stands for the UN Convention for the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. Essentially, it's an international Bill of Rights for women. At the same time that the UK government submits their report to the CEDAW Committee, WRC submits a shadow report. So this is a kind of parallel report where we present our perspective on the situation with regards to women and rights in the UK.
We believe that the Shadow Report is an important document that tells the reality of women's position in society.
Lone mothers with no recourse to public funds are routinely turned away from local authorities when seeking safe accommodation, despite the state's legal obligations.
We were very keen to provide information and evidence to the Shadow Report because we feel that the gaps in protection over the years for women have widened. We believe that there is now more inequality than ever due to measures to do with austerity, harsh implementation of immigration laws, agendas around privatization of key welfare services, and the shrinking back of legal aid, which makes it very, very difficult for women to access justice.
Hold the government to account, put pressure on them to act on women's rights. Go onto our website. If you or your organisation wants to sign up to the Shadow Report, then get in touch.